The following thoughts on Happy Hour do not represent Cox Media Group or its sponsoring. Anything you hear may and will be used against you. Thank you. Voted as best local podcast in Tampa Bay by the Creative Loafing. You're listening to Happy Hour.
Are you feeling glassy today? Sit down for a glass of wine and listen to Happy Hour.
You're tuned in to Happy Hour, an hour where Happy rants about something. Sit back and listen in. Happy Hour is on now. Happy Hour is on now.
Well, hello there. How's it going? This is Happy Hour. I am your host, Ryan Hoppy. I'm in such a good mood right now. It's ridiculous. I can't even explain how good of a mood I'm in. It's been a great week working for 102.5 The Bone. It's been a great week appreciating life. Everybody's been mad that it's been hot out. I hate the cold weather. I'm going home to Illinois for a week. But I actually like when it's 90 degrees out in Florida. Sure, it doesn't feel like Christmas whatsoever, but it feels like home because I hate the cold weather. So I'm in a very good mood. But this rant I'm about to go on will probably take away my happiness. It'll probably bring me down. Like I'm on the top of the mountain right now, and I'm going to be on the surface. This rant's going to bring me back to earth. But first, tweet at me. It's not hard to get into contact with me. It's not rocket science. It doesn't take a PhD. All you have to do, folks, is tweet at me at Ryan Hoppy Radio. And I will be sure to see them in real time. And during the commercial break, I will be sure to respond. Also, I like this feature that we have. You can use it via the Hoppy Radio app on Google Play or the iPhone shop. All you have to do is download Hoppy Radio, and there you can chat me live. All right. Here's the deal. I get that when you're a celebrity or you're a famous public figure, that you're never going to go away. Unless you're Spencer and Heidi from 2009 or John and Kate popped out a lot of kids. I get that those celebrities are the ones that don't go away. And I get that the next rant I'm going to go on really isn't helping my cause, but I had comedian J.B. Ball in, and he said that you might as well embrace that those dirty, rotten, piece of dirt imbeciles known as the Kardashians will never go away. So until the day that I die, I will keep trashing these utter imbeciles. I want to swear and say bad words. Oh, I hate them. First of all, they have completely flooded HuffingtonPost.com. I don't know if the Huffington Post is like under a contract with the Kardashians where you have to have 9 of their photos and 9 of their headlines on the front page every day. But I don't know what happened to the Huffington Post. It used to be a site where I got my news prep and I could easily wake up, get the news, and then do my show back when I did a podcast at a local library in Chicago. Woo. But now I have to go on foreign sites like the Independence or the Daily Mail because I can't find news. Oh my God. Khloe Kardashian posed nude. You know what I watched last night? A video of Tory Black nude. It was great. Wow. Girls are naked. Whoa. Never seen that before. I'm not a virgin. Oh, wow. I mean, we've all seen naked women. Oh, I don't get the fascination with these dirty, rotten, brainless morons. But I will say this. We have a problem when it comes to the coverage of Caitlyn Jenner, and Caitlyn Jenner has a problem with the way she's embracing it. And let me describe the first part first, because I don't want anybody saying I'm transphobic or that I'm against it. In this life that we are given, we should be allowed to do what we want, so I completely support her. It's got to be hard to want to be transgender and to want to go into being a girl, but you're this Olympic athlete. you're known as like a macho man that's married to that dirty, rotten bitch known as Chris. I mean, it's got to be hard where you're not comfortable in your own skin. I mean, there's video supposedly of him putting on female clothes when it was Bruce. But I will say this. Caitlyn Jenner had a perfect opportunity to be the advocate for the transgender community. Caitlyn Jenner had a lifetime opportunity, a once-in-a-lifetime chance to be the face of the LGBT. And if I'm transgendered or gay, I don't want her representing the brand. I don't want her being the advocate. Number one, I get that when you think it's time to go from being a guy to a girl or vice versa, you just do it. It's time to do it. But it's kind of funny how it happened. And here's the way I see it. Bruce Jenner gets into that car crash back in February, takes the life of someone while texting and driving. And I used to send texts while driving, so I know how dangerous it is. I almost used to get into car crashes, so I know what it's like. But it's kind of weird how before those events, we would hear rumors on the front page of the National Esquire or People magazine when we're in line at Winn-Dixie or Publix and we're just looking at the tabloids. And you'd go, does Bruce want to be a woman? But action never was taken. But then Bruce gets into the car crash and takes someone's life because he was being selfish and he was sending a text while driving. And then all of a sudden, 3 months later, time flies, 3 months later, he's on a special with the imbecile known as Barbara Walters, who I've never had a problem with, but now I do. And fine, he announces, I want to be a girl. I've wanted to do this my whole life. Fine, I support her. But here's the deal. It's kind of annoying that she had a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to change the way everybody views it. And what I mean by that is we can't sit here and lie to ourselves. Not everybody's cool with it. You have the baby boomers and Generation X that were born religious that aren't going to be cool with it. You had a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to change it, Caitlyn. But you made this such a publicity stunt that no one's taking it seriously. Everyone's making Bruce Caitlyn jokes. It's not funny when you want to be something that you can't be, but now you are. I applaud her for doing it, but you did it in such an awful way. If you want to be an advocate, you shouldn't be on ETV. Nothing real, nothing compelling, nothing riveting, nothing intelligent, unless it was Howard's show back in the day, ever comes from ETV. I'm not saying you should have separated yourself from the Kardashians, but you had such a golden chance to go under the radar, do some charity work, this and that. But no, it's not what you did. You've just made your name out there and you've become this spectacle. And now this word I'm going to use is how people view it. It's not how I view it, but it's how people view it. They see it as a circus. It's just, whoa. It's her walking down the block, her getting away with texting and driving, blah, blah, blah. You had such a golden opportunity. When you changed the sex, you had such a great chance to then have everybody forget about it, go under the radar, and maybe do a documentary, maybe do a Netflix TV show. Something that's not a part of ETV, entertainment trash. But no, you had to feed the ego of your former wife, Chris, and all your kids. Fine, I get you can't leave the family. I get that's your family, but you had such a golden chance to be something, and you're just a spectacle. That's why I look up to what Chaz Bono did. He went on Oprah. He had a show on Oprah's TV thing, I believe. And now he's doing charity work. He's being respectable. I look up to Chaz Bono, but I don't look up to Caitlyn Jenner. But supposedly, Barbara Walters, the PR machine that brought in the interview that saved Bruce to becoming Caitlyn after he got away and then she got away with taking the life of that mother of 3 kids during the event of sending a text while driving. Barbara Walters is the person who saved Caitlyn. And it makes sense now because it happened on ABC. The interview with Barbara Walters and Caitlyn back in May happened on ABC. That's owned by Disney. Disney owns ESPN. That's why Caitlyn won the ESPYs at the ESPYs Award on ESPN. It's owned by Disney. It's all a big plan. And now Barbara Walters, who works for ABC, has named her. No. Not most talked about celebrity. Not most Googled celebrity. No. The most fascinating person of the year. My alarm just went off because I was supposed to be getting up right now, but I didn't sleep in. She named her out of everybody, including Amy Schumer, Bradley Cooper, Trump. I despise Donald Trump. I think he's a piece of dirt. He's fascinating. Somehow he has influenced so many morons to believing that he'd be a good president. That's fascinating. Bernie Sanders is fascinating. He's the crazy old man on your front lawn who says, "Get off my lawn." And then he gives you food after he's mad at you. He's the crazy old neighbor that's in his rocking chair talking about life. He's fascinating. Tracy Morgan's fascinating. He had a comeback after he almost died. Ronda Rousey's fascinating. She's all about making movies now. But no. Amy Schumer's fascinating. She went from being a comic that was on Opie and Anthony and Howard to now being a comic that's on Opie and Jimmy and Howard and all the other shows, and also is making movies and has a TV show and is having tours that sell out. But no. What's fascinating is the fact that you get away with sending a text while driving and getting away with a manslaughter. What's fascinating in 2015 is being nothing more than a PR stunt, not the part about her becoming a woman. It's the part about how you made it a spectacle and you made it a reality show joke. You know deep down Kris Kardashian was eating that up like a piece of cake in the road, and all the vultures and all the ants are eating it apart, because that's what Kris Kardashian is. She has as much respectability and as much credibility as the roach that I stepped on in my alley by my apartment this morning. She has nothing. She has zilch. When I cleaned out my cat's litter box this morning, all the crap that went into the garbage behind my apartment, all the part of the litter and all the crap in there, all that is more respectable than you, Chris. And frankly, I've kind of lost respect for Barbara Walters too. You easily can make a good example of what fascinating is, but every single year, it has to be a celebrity. There might be some priest in Evansville, Indiana, who's done 100,000 hours of charity. That could be fascinating. But no. It's getting away with a manslaughter and making a spectacle. Every year, she makes the worst list ever. And I don't get the fascination with Barbara Walters. She was annoying on The View. And now you're saying Hoppy. How do you know that she was annoying on The View? Well, I used to have to watch it in gym class because when we were on the treadmill, we had to watch The View, and it was absolutely atrocious. So I'm very annoyed. Now let's see who some of the past winners were. As I go here, tweet at me at Ryan Hoppy Radio. You also can message me via Spreaker. All right. Some of the award winners from the 90s. This is when it was more respectable, before it became a PR machine. In 1996, it was Michael Crichton who wrote like Prey, Jurassic Park. That's unique. She also said Dennis Rodman, who's insane. That's unique. Good old Martha before she went to jail. That's unique. Rosie O'Donnell, woo, that's unique. That's for 1996. Now, let's look at 2014. You see how we go 18 years in the future. Good old Swift. Michael Strahan, God damn it. Neil Patrick Harris, Oprah Winfrey, Chelsea Handler, Scarlett Johansson. This has become nothing more than a PR move for celebrities that want more attention. So what happens is they hit up the agent. Barbara's like, what A-list celebrities can I say are fascinating? They're not fascinating. They're celebrities. There's nothing fascinating about celebrities. My God. Are we brain dead as America? Ooh, wow, they got money and they can act. Shut up. I'm scared for America. I really, really am scared. Like, I had comedian J.B. Ballin here from Cigar City Comedy. He killed it. He was so funny. He brought up the point that we might as well embrace them because they're never going to go away. It's a decent point. So until the day I die, until the day it's time for my funeral, and even then, I will haunt America with my rants about the Kardashians. Because they're just going to keep spawning kids. You know how many siblings there are of them? I feel bad that I know their names, but you have the ones that are like my age, the good old millennials, Kendall and Kylie. You know how many kids they're going to have and how many dudes they're going to go through, and then they're going to have kids that will then have kids. The Kardashians will be around until the end of time, and I'm afraid. Glick Chris, who is one of my fans, said, can we just deport the Kardashians? No. Chris, that's not enough, man. Deport them, take them where? Because then we'll just hear about them in, Mexico, Canada, Puerto Rico? No. We got to call NASA. Get a huge plane and just blast them off into outer space to never hear about them again. We also have some messages via Spreaker. Glick Chris as well said that his Saturday at work just got better, which is what I want to hear. I want happy hour to make your day at work. I want happy hour to help time go by because that's what I'm here for. I'm here to rant. I'm here to change the way you think about things, but I also want to entertain you. That's why I'm going into radio. So whenever I hear messages that my show entertains people, whenever I hear messages that it makes work go by already, that means the road to me. It's one of the things where it just makes me feel good, especially when people come up to me at events. They might come off cocky. They might come off arrogant, but it means a lot when people come up and say that they like my show or they have my app. That's the reason I do it. I do it for you, badasses.
Next on Happy Hour.
We have so much to get into today. Zach Sang from the Zach Sang and the Gang Show, which is heard at night on top 40 radio channels. He's very entertaining, very talented. He's a millennial, and he's the future of radio. He will be on Happy Hour later. We also have a potential guest celebrity, guest radio guy, on Happy Hour in a bit, as long as I can book it within the next 2 hours. But first, we're going to get into this dirtbag, and I'm going to leave it at that because that's called a hook. It's a teaser for radio. But tweet me at Ryan Hoppy Radio and message me via Spreaker on the Hoppy Radio app. We will be right back.
Happy Hour.
Hey, Brian Hoppy from the award-winning Happy Hour. And I'm here today to speak about my guy, Brandon Langley of Buzz Design. Is your website so atrocious that you can't even be found on Google? Do you need your website to be updated? Or do you not even have a website? Do you need to get some graphic design done? Do you need advice on computers? Are you just lost in general? Trust me when I say my guy, Brandon Langley of Buzz Designs is the man for the job. Buzz Designs has built websites that have gathered millions of views. He has worked with some of the biggest names in app development in 2015. The unique talent of the developers from around the world come together, and they will help you expand and grow immediately. With their hard work and their die-hard ethic comes the affordable pricing. So trust me when I say Brandon Langley is the man for the job. He will tackle any challenge, and he will not give up until the job is done. When I came to town here in Tampa Bay, my website was crap. I met Brandon Langley at a concert. He recognized me. 2 months later, I am so proud of my website, hoppyradio.com. He can make you proud of whatever you want to share in 2015 when it is so vital and it is so important to have top-notch websites and top-notch graphic design for your product, your company, etc. To get into contact with Brandon, it's not hard. It's not rocket science. All you have to do is go to buzzdesigns.me. That is buzzdesigns.me, and there at the website, you can contact him. Be sure to leave your name, your email, and he will get back to you as soon as possible. I'm a man of my words. And trust me when I say Brandon Langley of Buzz Designs is the best around and the best in Tampa Bay.
It's time to turn Hoppy on. It's time to turn Hoppy on. It's time to turn Hoppy on.
Live from the Sunshine State, this is Hoppy Hour.
Yo, it's Hoppy Hour. How's it going? Great to hear. Tweet at me at Ryan Hoppy Radio. Also, you can watch Hoppy TV via Periscope, and you also can message me via the Hoppy Radio app on Google Play and on the iPhone shop. It means the world to me whenever anybody downloads it, whenever anybody listens. We are closing in on 59,000 listens and 14,000 downloads to end the year. So, thank you, pimps. All right. I saw this headline. And talk about a dirty, rotten loser who never fit in life. Talk about a kid that was probably shunned. None of the girls ever loved him, which is like me, but I actually tried to take a successful route in life and not do a prank like this. Talk about a kid who never could sing, so he wasn't in choir, never was coordinated, so he never did sports. Never was good at any type of music, so he wasn't in band. Never could act, so he wasn't in a play. So this kid's been shunned his whole life. So he goes to college in Maine. And he's a dropout because he doesn't know what he wants to do in his life. Because he has the personality of a loser who barely graduated high school. And they basically let him graduate because they're like, here, Vincent Canfield, just leave. Get out of here. We don't want to smell you anymore. Leave our school already. We don't like you, dude. Get out. I bet he was the kid that tried to make a Magic the Gathering card club and all 2 kids joined. He just kind of has the vibe of a douche. And I will tweet out his picture. His selfie is so outrageous. Woo. He's wearing a hat that you would wear in Mexico if you're sleeping on a hammock. It's one of those hats. And his face is I hate my life. Time flew by and I'm a loser. All right. This is from the Daily Mail. Maine college dropout, 21. So basically, if you drop out at 21, you don't know what you want to do with your life. So here's what he decided to do with his life. Is at the center of a hoax. No. This isn't one of those hoaxes where it's butt chugging in college. It's not one of those hoaxes where it's this or that. No. A terrorist threat via emails sent to schools across the East and West Coast that sparked college evacuations. Listen here, buddy boy. Listen here, Vincent Canfield. If you have to stoop to that level to doing pranks of terrorist attacks when this country is on eggshells over ISIS, is on eggshells over school shootings, is on eggshells over how the media covers it, then you are going nowhere in life. Then you will always live in mommy's basement, and there will never ever be a girl that will ever love you, because girls look up your name before you go on dates on Google. Whenever I've gone on a date, they've asked why there's a picture of me naked in bed being catfished by a radio show in Cleveland. So they're going to look you up, Vincent Canfield, and they're going to see that you're a despicable cretin imbecile who did a prank at age 21 because you didn't know what you want to do with your life. So you're like, hey, I'm going to scare everybody. This is funny. Ha ha ha. People think they're going to die. Oh. He should be the new writer for SNL. He should be on that show on that one prank show that everybody watches. He's so wild, man. The one on True TV. He's all wacky. Let's get him to be the writer.
Shut up!
All right. This is from the Daily Mail. Vincent Canfield, 21, put a photo of a New York subpoena on Twitter. He also recorded a phone call with an NYPD detective about the summons. He claims he can work out the origin of the hoax terrorist emails. Every school in LA was shut down over the threat, also sent to New York. A 21-year-old dropout has been issued a subpoena over the hoax terrorist email threats sent to schools in Los Angeles. Vincent Canfield will appear before New York prosecutors in connection with the messages which sparked fear on the East Coast and shut down every school in Los Angeles last week. He claims he can locate the IP address that sent the emails, which routed through Germany. Yeah, I mean, this is just a loser that's going nowhere in life. Listen, I saw on TV, and I'm not going to get into politics. I'm not going to pretend like I know anything. But I will say this. I saw that good old Governor Chris Christie was throwing some jabs at Obama for letting the schools in Los Angeles all shut down over these so-called threats. Hey, fatty, what would you do if you're in office and there were threats going on in Los Angeles? You'd be like, whatever, just don't have class today. Just have them play at recess. I voted for Obama. I like Obama. But I'm not going to sit here and say I'm some analyst. But shut your fat mouth, you fat ass, when you're bashing Obama at a time like this for shutting down the schools. What would you do if you're sitting in the Oval Office and you broke the chair because you're so fat? Don't shut down the schools in Los Angeles. What would you do, buddy boy? Go worry about your own public image. No one likes you, fatty. The emails shocked waves throughout the nation. It was threatening to wreak havoc and massacre using bombs and rifles. That's so funny, man. Let's just scare everybody in America. When everybody's scared, oh, wow, quite the comedian. Vincent Canfield told CBS News on Friday that he received a subpoena this week, followed by a phone call from an NYPD detective. Oh, I would love to hear that call. Because it might have been from a number he did not know. Or maybe it was a do not call number. So he's like assuming it's one of those like calls that you get on like your iPhone. Like, do you want to join our service? And it's the most annoying calls. Can you imagine being him and they're like, oh yes, this is Jim Murray from the NYPD. And his fat heart sinks because he knows that he's been caught like a little rat in a corner in Long Island that's about to be killed because he has no respectability and no one likes him. Can you imagine that when you know you've been caught, buddy boy? He also received a summons from Las Vegas. He put the summons up on Twitter, despite a clause saying that he needed to keep the subpoena secret. Woo, dude, you're wacky, man. You're outrageous. They said don't post this online. So what does this pussy do? Vincent Canfield, this dropout that's going nowhere in life. He puts it on Twitter. Wow, you're a keyboard killer, dude. Wow, you're a keyboard warrior. Wow, you're so edgy and outrageous, man. I'm scared of you, fatty. Oh, no. What are you going to do to me, Vincent Canfield? Please don't hurt us. What are you going to do? Send a bunch of emails and try and be a hard ass because you're a pussy? What are you going to do, dude? Ooh, wow, you put it up on Twitter. You're a rebel, man. You're the James Dean for the millennials. You're a rebel without a cause. I'm going to post this very important thing because I'm in trouble, and I'm going to post it on Twitter because I'm wild. I'm wacky. Ugh, screw you. Ridiculous. He then put up recordings of the phone call with a New York detective. Wow. You're going nowhere in life. You will never have any friends because you probably have no personality, and the only thing you can name off is every porn actress you've ever choked a chicken to. You can only name off all the levels that you ever did in Xbox. You never were good in school. You never were good at anything. So this is your little power trip, scaring people, you pussy. Here's what the cop said. The reason you have 3 days to respond is because the severity of this. Here's what the pussy says. I'm going to try and do my voice of what Vincent Canfield would sound like. I do understand the severity of it. There are some things I don't get on the subpoena, and I'd like to get it before I follow through. Maybe they're big words because you never paid attention in class, but basically you've been caught. You were sending emails, and you created Los Angeles to shut down their schools over a possible terrorist attack. And you scared everybody on the East Coast, and you're a dirty, rotten loser. What's there not to get? That's just you trying to push the time back. That's what your lawyer is trying to have you say, because you're hiding behind him like a coward, like a pussy. I don't know what this says, because I never paid attention in grammar in English class. Like, it makes sense, dude. You're in trouble. You're screwed. Here's what happened. The subpoena orders Canfield to hand over all information with his email address, which I bet when they log in, he's going to be the creep that signed up for every webcam site, like when you go on Pornhub or any of those sites, and you get those pop-ups, and they're like, come play with me. Come hang out with me. And it's like some girl on her bed. I don't want to say more, like spread eagle, and you have to pay to watch the webcam. I bet he's the dude that's paid to watch the webcam. I bet he's the dude that's going on Adult Friend Finder trying to find his next loved one. I bet he's the one that goes on like those maid websites where you get like a nice Russian maid trying to find his loved one. Imagine being those cops having to scroll through all the pornography and all the Xbox spam that Vincent Canfield has. All right. The account cannot be logged into. It means that the user can't send an email and they can't get rid of anything. So the account is pretty much frozen right now, which is what he said. Yeah, because you're in trouble. They're not going to let you use it after you scared Los Angeles and the whole East Coast shut down. They're not going to let you use it, pussy, dumbass. Be grateful that you're not behind bars. Be grateful that because you're young and you're fat and you're dumb and you're not very smart and you're probably someone that would fit in the movie Idiocracy, that you'll probably somehow get away with this easy, fat boy. Shut your mouth. All right. The 21-year-old who has not been accused of terrorism has been actively documenting his week on social media. Oh my God. I can't wait to read this next thing to you, man. This is great. I'm actually crying laughing. This is a tweet that he sent out. It says, and I quote, you ready? A girl ditched me because of Romanian press saying I'm a terror suspect. When I see the word Romanian press, what I think of is he was probably on some site trying to pick up a Romanian bridesmaid or a Romanian maid, because no girl on Tinder is going to swipe right to your fat ass. So you have to go to some girl that's like, I want to live for free with a fat ass who will pay for my things. So, of course, the one girl with a vagina that was talking to you ditched you. You're a loser. And anybody who follows his pussy on Twitter has the combined IQ of a dead raccoon. If you find him fascinating, if you think he's worth watching, ooh, wow, he's the keyboard warrior. Watch out. He's going to be wacky. He'll post tweets because he would never say it to anybody's face because he has no personality. He's not likable, and he has nothing going for him. When he's 21 years old, and no, he's not about to graduate college. He's not out at the bars living life. He's in trouble. He's in trouble like a potential terrorist. Wow, you're going far in life. Wow, your parents must be proud. They're either proud of you or they are not around for you to even think about doing this. Pussy. And I don't like saying that word a lot just because it's easy radio, but this is a pussy. Anybody that would do this, especially with where America's at, and everybody's scared of terror threats and ISIS, everybody's scared of going to the movie theater, this fat ass thinks this is funny. Ugh. I hate you, fat boy. No one loves you. You know what you caused, Vincent Canfield? More than 640,000 kids were ordered to stay home because of a potential threat. Because of you, Peter Griffin. Because of you, Homer Simpson gut. This was because of you, dude. And you're like, I don't know what the subpoena says. Well, yeah, they use big words in law, but basically, you're shit out of luck. That's what it basically says. If there were 7 words to describe your situation right now, it's you're shit out of luck, dude. All right. They thought it was going to be the second biggest attack on the second largest school area. Yeah, man, you're a rebel, dude. Watch out, dude. Ooh, you're wild, man. Everybody loves you, Vincent Canfield. All right, it says here, FBI detectives and explosive experts descended on the 900 campuses in bulletproof uniforms after LA Superintendent Ramon Cortines received an email describing a plan to bomb at least 3 schools and attack kids with assault rifles. It's so funny, Vincent. Let's scare everybody. Douche. Dirtbag. However, New Yorkers who were already 2 hours into the school day carried on as normal, and Police Commissioner Bill Braden held a press conference to describe the basic errors that he believed showed the threat to be a hoax. So I'm not going to rip on Los Angeles in a time like this. I'm not going to hate on them because this is serious. But somehow they knew over there on the East Coast that this was sort of a hoax, and everybody in Los Angeles is freaking out. I'm not blaming them, but there's something about the guy, Bill Braden, the superintendent in New York City, where he kind of could tell this was a threat, and this was being done by a pussy. Here's what Police Commissioner Bill Braden said. Despite the threat, he said, in reviewing it, the kid of the threat may be a Homeland fan. He said, basically, watching episodes of Homeland, it mirrors that. Of course he is. Because whenever kids watch these shows, they always get influenced by things. I bet wannabe biker gangs like Sons of Anarchy, wannabe Guidos like The Sopranos. I mean, of course he watches Homeland. And I love how the guy is a badass who watches Homeland and he knows about it. I haven't watched it since season 3, but I mean, it makes sense. It was so generic, so outlandish, and posed to numerous school areas simultaneously. The assumption of the NYPD and the assumption of the NYPD were expecting the same, that in fact it would be a huge disservice to our nation to shut down our school. So you have Los Angeles freaking out over it, and you have NY not freaking out over it, and everybody's ripping Los Angeles for taking a day off of school, even though with everything going on, especially San Bernardino kind of being by Los Angeles, let's give LA a break for once and not criticize them. Because if they would have had school and something happened, then we'd be ripping them. So I think it's okay to be safe for a day. But before I end Happy Hour, and before I get ready for my 2 interviews that are coming up, Vincent Canfield, no one will ever love you. you are going nowhere in life because this name will never go away. You will never get a fun or good or high-paying, respectable job because this will be on your record. So basically, enjoy your life of watching porn, of paying for webcam girls. Basically, enjoy your life of making it nowhere because that is all you will ever accomplish, you pussy.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.